Hi folks, and welcome to the latest video. It's Tuesday, it's just approaching 9:30 and there's plenty of stuff to be getting on with in the shop. We've had a slew of new products come in, which I'm very excited about. I'm going to show you guys some of the stock that's come in. We've got to find it some new homes, merchandise the shop a bit because we are getting ever closer to reopening and I want to make sure that we're 100% ready. Also got quite a few eBay orders to ship, which is nice, and we've even got a couple of website orders thanks to you guys. It always amazes me how you start off to do a very simple job, such as look in the back to see whether you've got any more stock of something you've sold, and that snowballs very quickly into, oh, I better organize this, oh, I better give this a tidy, and before you know, you've spent half an hour giving your whole workspace or wherever a full clean down, which is not a bad thing because then suddenly you have a very workable and organized workspace. However, it has also then wasted half an hour that you hadn't planned for, and that's exactly what's just happened to me this morning. I've ended up going into the back here, so this is our kitchen area, very cramped as you can see, but I've given it a full-on tidy. Believe it or not, this is very organized. Cardboard boxes can very quickly become a pain. They can just become a mess and take up a ton of space, and I've spent time just flattening, cutting boxes down and then stacking them into that box as neatly as possible. So we've actually managed to store all of our cardboard that we've had in from various deliveries, which I'm going to share with you guys later. And that cardboard has been just put away as tidily as it can be, which means it's going to be a lot easier to use when I need it. And also, if I do decide to give some more out, which I did previously, I'll be able to do that as well. Here are the eBay orders that are going out. Radio control parts wise, we've got a couple of these spinners. That's an international sale. Customer paid around £20 to get these delivered to them, so that's a nice little sale. That is a £7 odd sale. It's a little air filter. This I think is around the £10, I'm not sure. Then we've sold Baby Yoda, sorry, Grogu from The Mandalorian, cheekily touching a control panel. These are not meant to be touching, that's the pose there. We've also sold a Dory Swigglefish toy, which is awesome. And we have also sold to the same buyer this San Diego Comic-Con Clay Morrow figure. No, sorry, Clay Morrow, Jax figure. And here is Clay. So those are going to the same buyer. So I'm actually going to have to return postage because they bought one and then they bought the other. I'll combine postage. Now this is an interesting sale. I put this up as an auction because I've got quite a few of these Outcast figures. Now, as you can see in the box, this is the Big Boy action figure, well, not action figure, Big Boy Grunts vinyl figure. Big Boy is one of the two members of Outcast, and Andre 3000 is the other. So as you can see, the packaging says Andre 3000, but the figure you get is Big Boy, and this is actually a issue that this is how it came from distributors. Now this sold at auction. I started it off at £15. It sold for £15, but then the buyer had to pay a massive shipping cost, and they ended up paying, I think it's around £30 in shipping to get this to them over in the United States. I also want to say a massive thank you to James. James left a lovely message and has been watching my Twitch streams, by the way, where I've discovered I'm actually naturally talented at Valorant, which is, I'm being facetious. Alright, James was kind enough to place an order on our website and picked up this really nice Dale Walking Dead action figure, this ridiculously cute Negan Walking Dead Funko Pop keychain, and he also picked up Groot and Rocket Raccoon, the NECA scalers, which are amazingly cool fun. So thank you very much for your order, James. Now we have had another order, and it was placed by Hannah, and it was actually for her partner Kyle, whose birthday it is. So obviously I'm not going to share what little bits she picked up. But massive thank you for that. Really appreciate the support you guys are showing. You've said you've been watching for a few years, so I really do appreciate it. Both Beck and I do. Beck is obviously at work, so she can't say thank you here. But Really do appreciate the order and hope Kyle has a happy birthday. Normally it's bad enough when we have to fight our own procrastination. However, when you've actually pulled your finger out and got on top of things such as the shipping, there's nothing more infuriating than when you're let down by technology. All of these parcels ready to go. Some are not due to go out until tomorrow, but I thought I'd just get them done today whilst I'm here. Nicely packaged up, ready to get to their customers. But as you can see, there's no postage labels on any of them. And the reason is when I try to print postage using raw mail click and drop, it's not letting me accept payment. It's a known issue and they're trying to fix it on their website, but God knows when they're going to get it done. So that is very annoying because it's a job that's now half done rather than just done. It's now 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm just having a cup of coffee and thankfully I've just checked the raw mail website and they've fixed whatever payment issue they were having where they just were unable to accept any payments. And they've just taken payment for the parcels and I now can actually print off and then send these parcels. So I am absolutely thrilled with that. In the meantime, I'm feeling, I'll talk after this. Right guys, I've actually taken the post to the post office. I've had some lunch. The shop is organised and as tidy as it can be right this moment. So I thought I'd take a moment just to show you some of the new stuff that's come into the shop. Not everything is out on display yet because I'm actually going to be making a few changes to how we display things with a bit of new kit, which is going to come to replace this unit in the middle. But I'll show you where we are at right now. First thing to share with you guys is we've got Pokemon back in stock, which I'm very pleased about. I did go over the top and bought probably a few too many of these. Vinny from Mad from Miniatures, who also has a YouTube channel, had a bit of a laugh when I told him how much of this I'd bought. However, I may be in luck because these Pokemon packs, these are theme decks, often they're not the ideal thing to buy and hold to make money in the future or anything like that. These don't tend to have good value. But this is the Dreadnought theme deck. Now this one isn't great value, but something I'll happily sell in the shop. The RRP is about £13.50. But this one here, this is the Charizard one. This one seems to have already picked up a bit of steam in terms of value. People really want the Charizard card that's in here, and the card that's in here has sold regularly for about £20 on eBay already. Bearing in mind the set is only £13.50. This one is quite in demand, so I'm in two minds whether to be selling those at RRP or to just keep them and just sell the Dreadnought ones, which seems to be the play. But anyway, we've got Pokemon. That's something. We've also gotten back, he's actually a restock, shirtless Bruce Lee to go with yellow suit Bruce Lee. Restocked on these super cute gremlins. This one is out of his packaging because something interesting actually, something to look out for when you're listing on eBay and you enter a barcode. So this has a barcode on it, as you can see. If you enter a barcode on eBay, what will happen is eBay will try to be helpful and offer to fill in details using their database of catalog information. However, oftentimes this can be flaky and on many occasions it can be incorrect. Normally I don't enable this option. I think because there must have been some kind of mix-up because I'm using WooCommerce and WordPress to list on eBay. I obviously overlooked the fact that there must be a setting on there which is taking information from the eBay catalog, and I don't want it to. And unfortunately it did that with these. Now we sold, I think it was about 12 of these, and luckily out of those 12, only one of them, which is this one, was returned because of item not as described. The reason why it was item not as described is because the eBay catalog information stated that this was an interactive toy which was battery powered. So the buyer bought it, was like, hey, could you tell me where do I put the batteries in? And I obviously informed them that it's just a plush. I looked at the listing and realised my mess up. and immediately offered, obviously, you know, that it was an item not as described refund. They duly returned the item to me, which I'm pleased about. It's not in its outer bag, but it, you know, it's still got its tag, and you can tell it was a genuine, you know, it was a genuine mistake on my part, and the customer really wasn't at fault for this. Luckily, everyone else that bought them was happy, and they were good sellers, so I got them back in. So this is how they normally come in a little bag. So, but in a way, it's cool. We've got an open one which we can show people. He's actually so cute. He's got like little feet, and they're all plastic, hard plastic, and his fur is actually really soft. I really like him. So a little cool gizmo plush there. I also got in a bunch of Marvel Legends figures. The first one I want to show you is Marvel's Frogman. I don't know why I bought this, except I just thought he looked cool. Look, he's called Frogman, Marvel's Frogman, and look, he's just a man in a frog suit. Marvel Legends have released a series of Into the Spider-Verse figures, and honestly, for mass-produced mainstream figures, I mean, they're not the cheapest. They seem to be selling about £30 on eBay at the moment, but they're so nicely made. And they are these Marvel Legends Into the Spider-Verse figures, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, and here is Miles Morales. Now, that head sculpt is so clean. The whole look of the character is so clean. It's brilliant. My one niggle with this is wish companies like Hasbro wouldn't be so cheap. And I know they're obviously thinking of their customer base in mind, and you know, people aren't going to want to pay more money. It's already expensive. Like I said, like 30 odd quid for one of these on eBay at the moment. But would it kill them to come up with like an agreement with Nike? I mean, when you saw the movie, didn't he have Nikes on? Didn't Miles Morales have Nike like high tops on? And here they're just plain red and white trainers, and it breaks the illusion a little bit, you know. It's just a little bit upsetting. But apart from that, wonderful figure. I also got from the same series, so Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, we've got the Prowler. So Marvel's Prowler, really cool. I love how the Into the Spider-Verse figures have got that logo on top of the box as well. We have got Gwen Stacy. She looks absolutely incredible, and as you can see, comes with Spider-Pig. Peter B. Parker, he's so cool. I was looking at a Mafex figure. There's a company called Mafex that makes very high-end articulated figures, but I can't buy one of those figures now unless I buy it from like Japan or something, and we're talking over £100 for this action figure. Is it worth it? It is a really good figure, and yes, it probably is worth it, but this is going to be so much more affordable to so many people. He comes with a different head sculpt where he's got his mask just over the top of his forehead. By the way, that extra head, that's not actually part of this. These figures are what are called Build-A-Figure. They're Build-A-Figure range. So when you buy all the action figures within this series, you get different parts of a figure, and that figure is Stiltman. So you actually get Stiltman's head with Peter B. Parker. Hasbro are doing a very good job on the recreation of like the Toy Biz Marvel Legend era, and they have just brought out this really cool Gambit, amazingly cool Gambit figure. So if you're an X-Men fan, you're gonna love this. Thanos here, I love Thanos. We've had Thanos in before, but this is a different variant. I actually picked up one of these a couple of years ago when it was a Disney Store exclusive. So originally Diamond Select made this as a Disney Store exclusive, and I'm guessing that deal must have run out because he's like the same figure, same packaging, etc., except there's no like Disney logo on it. So obviously that deal has run out now. They've launched it under their own Marvel Select banner. I've also got the Green Goblin. Now I've got the Hasbro Green Goblin, but I didn't have the Diamond Select one, and I thought the Diamond Select one would be good to have to go with the Diamond Select Spider-Man I've got as well. Sabretooth. Sabretooth is a really cool figure, as you can see, quite a chunky guy, very cool looking. He's got an amazing head sculpt there, looking very menacing, and I love the claw marks on the box as well. And finally, now last but by no means least, this This is a monster of a figure. This is Planet Hulk, a special collector's edition figure from Marvel Select. Again, from Diamond Select, it's their Marvel Select range. This thing is huge. It's like a 9-inch action figure, but look at him. Just look at the detail. Look at he's ripped. He's got this amazing outfit on. That shield with the spike sticking out of it. The axe. I mean, this thing is incredible. He dwarfs pretty much any other action figure I've gotten. I mean, he's even bigger than like the Juggernaut figure that I thought was humongous. Juggernaut is like one of the biggest figures I've seen. And then you've got the Hulk Buster as well, actually. Look, these are like the 3 largest figures I think in the Marvel Select range. And the Planet Hulk figure is huge, absolutely huge. So I'm really excited to have that. I was planning on making my own way home, but I think I'm going to wait for Rebecca to give me a lift. It looks crazy outside. Let me actually move this out of the way. It's really red outside, and it's overcast, but there's this gorgeous, gorgeous rainbow. But it looks so like, look how like red and dark. It's such a crazy evening. What a wet street that is. Yeah, it's just suddenly started raining and there's a gorgeous, gorgeous rainbow. I don't fancy getting soaked in that, although it does look incredibly cool. I wish I could capture it properly, but I just thought I'd film it just to show you guys. So I'm going to end up waiting for Beck. I'm pretty much done here. The only thing I've got left to do is a ton of listing. So I'm going to just sit down and carry on listing stock. Right guys, Beck has just come to pick me up. And I just want to say, I'm not the only one that nerds out over action figures. She's just come to the shop straight from work. She's in the uniform. And what was your reaction, hun, to it?
I was like, oh my god, look at Planet Hulk.
Oh yeah, exactly, Planet Hulk.
And I was also like the Peter Park.
The Peter Parker's amazing, isn't he? He's amazing. We've got to take one.
Gwen's really good.
Gwen's good as well, exactly. So,
yeah.
What do you think of the shop, by the way?
I just come in here just to look at the new stuff.
Yeah, she just comes in to look at the new stuff now. What do you think of the shop, though, honestly?
Yeah, it's looking good.
It's good, isn't it? It's organised.
I can't wait to get a new stand in.
Yeah, that's been ordered now, so we're going to be getting that sorted.
So that's going to be exciting.
Exactly.
But
well, guys, I think at this point I'm going to just call it. I've been busy, though. I've been re-merchandising. I'll quickly just show you that. I've put all the Marvel stuff here. It's kind of mostly Marvel.
I was walking with my eyes closed. I didn't even notice that.
You didn't even notice that.
And I walked that way.
But yeah, we're going to call it here then. I hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll see you guys in the next one.